Universe always says yes. Universe always says yes to you. Universe will always bring you a reflection of what you are being, whether you are aware of it or not what you want or desire. Okay? Especially if you are placing a distance between you and your desire. Especially if your frequency is not a reflection and or expression of that desire. Universe will always say yes. Hello, beautiful souls. Universe will always say yes. Whether you are aware of it or not, you have constant, repeated thought form circling around you. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The universe is going to say yes. Yes, you are right. Yes. Okay? You're saying to yourself, you're putting all of the work in. I love myself. I am the one in my life. I desire the best relationships and I am creating them right now in my life and in my body. What is the universe going to say to you? Yes. Yes, you are right. And it's going to bring you more and more and more of the proof and reaffirmation of the energy you're operating from, which is the confidence, which is loving yourself, which is going all in up-leveling your energy. Hello, Bhavani. Hello, everyone. Hi. Looking forward to our next session. That's right. Tomorrow we have a last live session inside of the one, and we are doing a Q&A. Be sure you are showing up live, or you submitting the question to me so I can coach you back and support you the best I can in our last session. I can't believe the 6 sessions, 3 weeks went so fast and they're so powerful. Share with us in the comments your experience, Bhavani, because you are inside of the one, if that feels right for you. Okay, loves. So the universe always going to give you an expression of what you are being internally at your core, meaning what is your core frequency expressing right now. If you are carrying within you a fear frequency, and independently if you are aware of it or not, I'm a brave person, I'm doing jumping, but you are afraid of losing your mom because she got ill. This is a fear frequency. Now, that doesn't mean everything in your life will be expressed as fear. It means that the universe will be bringing to you an opportunity to release that fear, to release the fear or being driven by fear. And by the way, there is nothing wrong with having a fear, experiencing a fear, especially feeling a fear. The only thing that decides what you are experiencing in your 3D reality is that fear driving you unconsciously into operating from that lower frequency, or is that fear something you are shining the light on and are not allowing yourself to be crippled and contracted in your nervous system by the fear? Okay. Now, another example I want to give you is that majority of people want and desire something, and they try, please be very careful the words I'm using. They don't do, they try to create it, manifest it, or build it from their old energy. And this is exactly what keeps them stuck. Because their energy, their old trapped unprocessed emotions that they never approached so far, are holding them stuck. Those trapped old energies that they've never been released so far are inner silent repellent for the life that they desire. In my specific case, I had to look at my fears, and I still need to look at them every single day. Is there something in my shadow that drives me unconsciously today and repels what I desire? Is there something within my frequency, within my energy, within my thoughts, emotions, feelings, and actions that I don't look at, and it is not in alignment with where I'm heading, with the frequency that I have stepped into or desire to step into, and looking into that every single day, shining light on it, and having also a tool belt spiritual tool belt full of spiritual tools that allows me to approach those emotions, feelings, and patterns in a right and proper way and deal with them right away. Okay? When you have a tool belt, spiritual tool belt, and you know how to use them, and you are willing to entirely go all in using them every single day, despite how uncomfortable might be at first, despite how much more fear might be coming up because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. When you do that every single day, you are raising your frequency. You are releasing the past out of your body. You are up-leveling on every single level. And this is how you create what you desire. This is how you manifest what you desire. This is how you build what you desire, including the most amazing relationships you can think of. But as long as your frequency, the energy that it's within you, whether it's a wall around your heart or you have open, loving heart, you will see outside of yourself in your life a direct reflection of that energy or some aspect of it. Okay, that doesn't mean every single thing you see is a reflection of you. Okay, you need to take a discernment here and learn actually through emotional intelligence and your own heart guidance. What is it in your life that the universe is showing you so you can use as an opportunity to up-level in this case? If you are annoyed and triggered and resentful towards someone, that's universe telling you there's something not in your frequency that's in alignment with where you desire to go. And they are things here to tidy up and take care of. That requires grabbing ego and pride, putting it into your pocket, humbling yourself, maybe even shushing your mouth for some time, and learn as much as you can to purify your energy. And that stuff has nothing to do with perfection. It has nothing to do with being some kind of ideal angel above the earth and above everyone. It has everything to do with progress, not perfection. Everything to do with loving yourself enough to actually deeply and honestly look within. This is what majority of people is lacking, an honesty with themselves. Oh wow, I believe, and nearly everyone right now says, yes, I believe I am a creator of my whole reality. Okay, why are you constantly blaming something or someone for how you think and feel? Why you're constantly blaming something or someone for your low income? Why you're constantly blaming something or someone for not having any healthy relationships? It is all on you. It is all on you. And if you are loving yourself deeply enough, you will do in this moment everything and anything possible to take care of it. Why? Because you're a responsible human being. Because you take responsibility for what is it in your life. And this is where majority of people are mixing up responsibility with pressure. So many of us, myself included, have been put on a pressure in our childhood that we are not able at that age to level up to. I was made an adult when I was 7. My responsibility after my school was to abandon myself, my homework, everything I wanted, needed, and desired, and go across the town and pick up my 2 years younger sister from nursery because my mom was working back shift. So my job was to go to the nursery, pick her up, bring her home, make her food, make sure she's doing homework, take care of her, fulfill her needs and desires. My job was to abandon myself and take care of someone else. And in that specific case, I found it extremely challenging. My sister at that time wasn't a person who was like, yeah, let's do it. No, everything was opposite. Everything was a fight. Everything was a bar fight. Everything was a cat fight over there every single day. So I didn't enjoy that at all. And I was punished for complaining. So And I'm not blaming my parents. I'm not blaming my mom. They did the best they could. My mom just did absolutely amazing job with what she have got. We have now entirely different resources in our world. We have now internet, others people examples across the world how to do better that we are doing now. We are having every single available piece information available with a click of a finger. The only thing that separates us from applying that actively into our work is not how much money you have on your bank account. It is how you perceive your financial situation and how resourceful you are, and also how ignorant you are. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it in a beautiful way, in the age of ignorance, right? In the age where every single information is available just on Google or anywhere on the web, you're choosing to stay stuck. You're choosing to not apply the actions. You're choosing to not go deeper. And that's also okay. Nothing wrong with it. But that will not create the life you say that you desire. That will not create the freedom lifestyle in nature you are craving. That will not create the most amazing relationships you desire. And you are here, you're watching this because you desire more. You feel the call from your heart telling you, I came here to do more. What I have is phenomenal and amazing, but that ain't it. I came here for more. And that's why this message resonates with you so much. Let's see what Bhavani said. Since the one, I have been taking better care of myself, prioritizing myself without feeling bad. Yes! Hallelujah! How amazing is that? Moving and eating better and paying attention to my boundaries. Holy cow, this is so beautiful. It feels so good to love and pamper myself. I love myself more and more every day. Oh my goodness. I got to screenshot this because it is so good. And I absolutely love this. Let me try to screenshot it this way. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's do it this way. This is so good. I love this, Bhavani, and I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited to meet you tomorrow. Okay, loves, if you desire the universe to say to you, yes, this is the relationship that is the best and the most amazing relationship you could ever imagine, here it is. If you desire to hear from the universe back, yes, this is the best possible soul connection you could ever experience, here it is. If you desire for the universe to tell you, yes, there you go, this is your lasting, loving, most passionate relationship you could ever imagine yourself in, here it is, then your frequency has to be an expression of that. And this isn't just, okay, let me meditate and think about that relationship. This is where people go wrong. They meditate and they look at how that relationship would be like, how someone's hair would be, how handsome they are, or how pretty, or how this, and they look on the outer stuff. They don't go all in. People also visualize and journal about that relationship, but they never place themselves physically on a nervous system level, which is your core frequency level, inside of that high frequency energy. They try to create it or manifest it or build it from old wounded energy that has not been fully healed so far, and the stuff doesn't work. They go on that date full of anxiety and they get ghosted. They don't express their highest authenticity. It's not about perfection, showing up with a script. Oh, I'm amazing and phenomenal. What is your name? It's about you being so confident in your own skin, loving yourself so deeply and to the core that it doesn't matter if that person approves of you or not. If they don't, that's a proof they are not the one. If they ghost you, you're grateful. It's after first date, not a date number 11 or 75. You're like, oh my God, better sooner than later. If that person turns out to be dishonest and you sense it, you will trust your intuition right away, and you're not gonna waste time on believing in their potential. That's where people engage in the potential someone else might express without meeting them at where they are at. They are not doing perhaps the inner work you are doing, but the craving to have someone in your life takes over and makes you bypass those red warning lights. That's what I did in the past. That's how I got myself in the worst relationship of my life, full of abuse, full of horrible stuff happening to me physically, mentally, and emotionally. But yet, when I stepped into this work and I started applying the recipe and cleansing my soul and body and my emotion and my nervous system out of the past, that was the fastest thing I released. Why? Because I started loving myself so much and realized that me carrying any resentment towards that person or what happened is the worst thing I can do for myself. So obviously that most traumatic relationship, I released the fastest. Realizing on a deeper level the responsibility that lied on me for getting into that, for creating that, for staying that, for bypassing the red lights I was shown by the universe very clearly. Okay? So when you are becoming the one, the love of your life, where you're stepping into that frequency of wholeness, you're fully in love with yourself, with who you are. You don't have to lose weight to love yourself to the core more than ever before. You don't have to buy expensive stuff to look good and finally maybe feel confident. You learn right away with action taking, not with thinking, with action taking. Again, with action taking, the confidence, it just oozes out of you because it's already inside of you. When you become the one, you step into the wholeness, you're not interested in bullshit. You're not interested in someone from your past messaging you for a booty call at Saturday night at 11 p.m. You're not. Block, no, goodbye, no thank you. I am not accepting unacceptable in my life anymore. And this is what I desire for you inside of the one, and that's why I created it the way I created it. It was a full-on divine download after divine download after divine guidance. And it contains the recipe, which is 6 steps on how you are going, not maybe, going, it's a pure science, create the best relationships of your life. Not next decade, not after you're 77, but right now, in this year. When I was 8 years single, for 6.5 years I was in active healing. Every single day, healing, up-leveling and growing. But I still wasn't manifesting my specific person. Still the person I dreamed and desired was not showing up in my life. Was that a divine delay? Divine timing was not there. No! I wasn't the frequency match for the level of this relationship that I desired. What I've got to do? I've got to go much deeper. I've got to become the one. I've got to become the love of my life. And it took me only few months to do it. And then the love of my life just showed up. When I was offline, off social media, I touched my phone. I don't know what happened. Exactly. I don't know what happened. The picture just popped up. Let me know, guys, if that makes sense. I see yes. No, BS. That's why. I will be there live, my tomorrow, for sure. Awesome. Awesome. Come with questions. Come with high frequency questions. Come with the questions that your heart wants the answers for. And we will do a face-to-face and heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul. Interestingly, doing the one makes me less interested to look for anything out of myself. That's exactly what it is. Because that makes you a magnet for the highest frequency. Bhavani, I see you already, and I'm meditating on everyone inside of the one having the best relationships of their life. I see you being so irresistible to the love of your life, being unable to see the world without you. From the first time they see you, they will know, and you will know right away. Right away, that picture popped up on my phone over 3 years ago, 3 years and 3 months ago, and I knew it right away. But it took me 3 days to observe my old mind chatter and realize, what am I gonna choose? Because my parents would not agree for that relationship. They will not approve of it. They still didn't. But I chose my happiness. I chose my soul path. I chose my soul way. I fell in love with another soul. And I decided my happiness is more important than pleasing people from my family, which I deeply, deeply love. That's it. That's how simple things are. I'm having goosebumps and tears. Yes, the tears are a release. Joy expression. Your tears, Bhavani, are no longer poor me, poor me, poor me. Your tears are releasing the old. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yesterday I was in my 2nd day of water fast, which is drinking only water, no calories. And I was drinking spring water. I think I had one for the 60 hours. I counted exactly from the last time I put calories into my body till the moment I broke the fast this morning. 60 hours. Just 12 hours short from exactly 2.5 days. 12 hours short from 3 days. And this is stuff that I was scared to do for 22 years. Are you scared of opening your heart to new relationships? How open or closed is your heart? That's the questions you need to ask yourself if you desire things to change for you, and you've got to act on them. You've got to act on them. Move, move, move after move, move, move. Just like Bhavani. She's in it. She joined it. She's all in. It's a middle of her night when she's joining my lives. She's not telling me, Eliza, do a different way because it doesn't work for me. She's joining what she can most of the time in the middle of the night because she's all in. And when she cannot, or she feels her body saying, I'm gonna prioritize my sleep, she's doing exactly that. She's loving herself to the core. What is her soul frequency expression? Pure love. You think she's gonna go and say yes to someone who's operating from less than love frequency, to some liar, cheat, or someone who doesn't know their value, who are operating from fear frequency? She's gonna sense it for a mile. And she's gonna say very confidently, no thank you. Bye-bye. No, thank you. That's it, in the most comfortable and conscious way, because it's loving to her. I love you so much. This is just absolutely phenomenal. So if you desire things to change in your world and the universe responds to you with exact your desires and more, start with changing the frequency operating from. What that means? That means that your nervous system, hell yes! That means that your nervous system has to be regulated and moved out of fear, unworthiness, or some fractals of old relationships energy. It has to be released. You've got to do the work. This isn't just, okay, let me watch 7 videos and everything is going to be honky-dory. Someone is gonna knock to my door on a white horse with a bucket of flowers. This is you putting the work in and out independently, how long it might take. This is you falling in love with yourself to the core. And we do that inside of the one through applying the recipe and through applying the spiritual tools, regulating your nervous system. If not, you're carrying the old past heartbreak relationships and you're bringing that to another relationship unconsciously, unknowingly to you. We don't want that for you. We want you. You created an amazing life, amazing career, amazing business, amazing home, for yourself amazing life comparison with where you're coming from, or in comparison what your life looked like in the past. But now it is the time to have that frequency in your relationships, and that requires you to go deeper to the core of you, which is your nervous system. If your nervous system is dysregulated, all other organs in your body are dysregulated. Your liver, your kidney, your digestion, you're not sleeping well. So it is all about going all into nervous system regulation, implementation of emotional intelligence. I didn't knew before I manifested Andrea, and we together created and built the most phenomenal relationship I could ever imagine, times 10. Few months before, when I started doing this work, I realized how unconsciously I was putting on that future person the expectations to tiptoe around my emotional wounds, instead of me taking care of them and releasing them. I wanted them to be okay with me having outbursts on my period. That's why I couldn't manifest the relationship that it's beyond my wildest dreams, because I was operating from that old energy until I started releasing that BS out of my body, out of my system, by taking full on responsibility for it. Signing to programs, hiring healers, doing different sessions that they supported me in that. But 99% of work was on me, not on someone coming and healing me, taking something out of me. No, it was just support. That's how things work. How free do you want to be? How amazing is the relationship you desire? Because if your past is having relationships that are then you better take responsibility for manifesting these relationships. I'm not saying what they did to you or how not okay they were that it's okay. No. Take responsibility for you, for inviting that into your life, saying yes when you felt no, and accepting unacceptable. I promise you, your whole life is gonna change when you will take responsibility, a simple ability to respond to your needs, wants, desires, and intuition. It becomes a pressure when we mistake responsibility with put on pressure. Put on pressure is ego and fear created. Responsibility is just natural ability, trained or natural ability, you to respond to your body. Your body tells you got to go to toilet. If you will not go, which is not taking responsibility, not having ability to respond to your need, basic need to go to toilet, you're gonna feel pressure. You're gonna feel pressure. It's not gonna feel good in your neck. It's not gonna feel in your body. It's gonna be more and more crippled. It's gonna be more and more contracted. And it's not gonna create great frequency within you. Now repeat that over and over and over again. Survival mode inside of you without even knowing about it. So if you have ever experienced relationships that they are, I don't want that anymore, and now you desire a whole another level, it is your responsibility to take care of your frequency by going into the core of your nervous system, emotions, healing them, creating emotional intelligence that helps you operate from the highest energy, which again is not a perfection, but your progress and up leveling on each level, without expecting someone else to take care of you emotionally. When you are in a wholeness frequency and you fully and entirely express being in wholeness. What's being in wholeness? Being in expanded energy, super expanded frequency in which you can see the shadow and you see your light. You're shining the light on the shadow and you choose to operate from your highest light, from your highest qualities. And you remember every single day with every breath, what is your shadow? Resentment. That's my default that I lived in for so many years in the past. So this is something I've got to shine the light on, watch every single day to not become an unconscious pattern actively driving me out of my alignment every single day. That's being in wholeness frequency. It's operating from expanded energy where you going inwards is your number one priority. Not what you're gonna wear on a Friday night. That's also amazing when you take care of yourself. But the number one priority is, how are you going to feel? Are you going to say something just to please someone, or you're just going to be a confident expression of the unapologetic, authentic, badass, sassy, frisky version of you? The choice is yours. And your frequency is in your hands, especially with those high frequency, high intelligence, spiritual tools that we know now how to access with an ease. Yes, at first it's work. Yes, it's very uncomfortable. You're abandoning your old self. You're saying no to refilling the old emotions that only will create your past. Would you like to date your ex that has just different name and a different face and maybe comes from a different country or town? If you felt in that relationship, I bet you don't. But that's what you will create if you don't up-level the frequency of you and you don't desire more in your life just to repeat the old. You desire the highest frequency relationship where you feel confident in your own skin, independently if you feel blowed up or not. Independently if you have the same weight on, or you put on, or you lose weight, or none of that. Nothing outside of you will decide on your value and worth, because you already decided inside of the one that you are the love of your life. No one would be able to come and take that away from you unless you will allow them, unless you will give them your power away. You will not be waiting for compliments, approval, or permission. You will take yourself where you want to go. And you will invite them if they want to come. Amazing. If they're not, maybe it's not the right day. Or maybe they're not the person. But you will know that because your heart will tell you right away. Your intuition will be telling you that right away. And when you're the one, you're connected with it. You're reading it like a book. No, thank you. Oh, yes, please. Oh, I don't think so. Not today. Tomorrow. You will know also when you are out of your alignment. You will know also every single day how you are operating, which frequency you're operating from. Because the energy and frequency you operate from, let's say guilt and shame or love and above, just two examples, that energy that you operate from, whether you are aware of it or not, creates exactly the next now moment from this energy. If you are leaving guilt and shame trapped within your energy center, number 1 or 2, guess what you will keep on recreating in your future? Exactly the expression of it. It's gonna surface probably in the most unexpected moment. And if you won't do anything about it, you're just gonna keep on recreating. And when you are in a guilt and shame frequency, the only thing you do is you blame others. You are a victim. That's not what you came here to do. You have a phenomenal, beautiful life you created for yourself. You don't want that in your relationships. That's why you're doing the inner work. The question is, are you doing it deep enough? Are you using the right tools every single day? Are you using the right frequency support from someone who already did what you desire to experience? Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe next year. And this is where people sell themselves short. They believe that they should do it on their own. They believe that just 15 minutes of meditation, journaling, and visualization is enough. They create a distance between them and it, and they stay stuck. When you are applying the recipe, which is taking radical responsibility for how you feel, how you think, what you create in your life, stepping into your power, operating from your soul energy, not just script of someone, your uniqueness, your joy and bliss energy. You are irresistible to the highest frequency expression of your soul love. You create and manifest your specific person. You're building together lasting, loving relationship. And that doesn't end. You both create magnificence in your world. That's exactly what I am experiencing. I was single for 8 years, and it took me just few months to do this work in depth, all in, nothing else mattered, and I manifested the most phenomenal soul that is living on this planet. Not only that, together, because of the energy Andrea did behind the scenes and the energy work I did behind the scenes when no one is watching, meditation, breathwork, nervous system regulation, going all in, up leveling every single day, because of the work we did before we met. We met on a really high frequency, and together we built and created something so phenomenal that I didn't knew that it even exists. Yesterday, when I was on my 2-day fast, between around 10, 11 a.m. till around 5 p.m., I was having love attacks. The moments I was looking at Andrea, I was crying from being in love. Because my energy was pure, my body was pure, and all I could feel towards that person was higher love that I've ever experienced. Higher than before we met. Higher level of appreciation, higher level of gratitude that goes into every cell of my being. We regularly date each other. Regularly, I take myself on a solo date because my relationship with me is so crucial, and it is the foundation for any other relationship. So if I don't treat myself the best way, if I don't fulfill all of my needs, wants, and desires, then unconsciously I would be expecting others to do it for me. What that creates, demanding frequency, wounded frequency. Other people describe it as codependence. No, thank you. No more. That's the past. That's the past. So what is it that you desire in your life, in your relationships? What do you crave to create in your life? How do you want to spend your Friday nights? How do you want your Wednesday's morning look like? Who do you desire to wake up next to every single day for the rest of your life? How do you want your family relations to look like? Can you imagine yourself healing your family relations? In the last year, unexpectedly, I have experienced fundamental healing with my mom and my dad relationship. I've have with them now relationship I've never had before. Even if their religion, their beliefs do not approve of what I'm doing, that still doesn't stop this highest frequency and that love to reach across the whole US, whole Atlantic to Poland, and they can feel it. And when I call them first time in 2 years, the whole response is on an entirely different level, without me expecting them to be any other way that they're choosing themselves, without me expecting them to be anyone in specific way. All I did is desire to express my love and gratitude for them and tell them I love them. And I did that multiple times in the last few months. It was incredible. I cried from joy for days. They're not together, they're separately, so it's 2 separate conversations. That's what this work is doing and delivering if you're putting the work. If you're not putting the work, obviously, you're not going to see results in your life. And there is nothing wrong with you if you don't do it. But don't expect different results if you're not going into a whole shift of your actions, your frequency, your energy, how you think, how you feel, how you act, how you behave. How would your life look like if you would manifest the most amazing romantic relationships in your life? Doesn't have to be perfect. Mine is not perfect, but it's absolutely magnificent. It's absolutely phenomenal. And every single person in my whole life, every single person, family, my love, clients, anyone, is free to come and go. No one is held hostage. I don't have to learn special tricks how to keep them. I've observed few coaches, and I know it's plenty of them, who are teaching people how to find a guy and keep a guy. I'm like straight, oh my God, that guy wants to run. Oh my God, he wants to run, and now you're gonna find the acrobatics and tactics to keep them. Tie them up by the ankle with a chain. Awesome, amazing, phenomenal. No, thank you. You either putting all of your energy into how you look, what is the first impression, which things to say that they will make them want you and desire you, and then you run away, and then you're hard to get, and then you're open. You can play all that bullshit and those ego tactics all you want if that's what pleases you. The one is designed for those who desire to create, manifest, and build the best relationships from the highest frequency. No one is kept hostage. No one has to stay. Your frequency is far above that. And there is nothing wrong with those other tactics. Nothing wrong, but it doesn't create the freedom and liberation inside and outside of the relationships you desire. That's why I am the coach for you. That's why the one is the only program that is aligned with your qualities and your values. That's why the one is the only relationship program you ever need to get. And I'm beyond confident in what I'm saying. This is my life's work that created more than phenomenal results in my life and in my client's life. My client, I shared about it. Oh, the sunset is absolutely incredible. And that's the life I created for myself, where I can watch sunsets every single day. I don't have to be told by anyone if I can leave and watch sunset, where I can have my day off. I create that for myself because I love myself enough to do the inner work first and then create from it. One of my clients came to me, this one is from some time ago, and she came to me as a recommendation from her daughter. Her daughter was already working with me on healing her energy, and with her the same was very similar intention to heal her energy. I never ask my clients, tell me all your story, your past, because that doesn't matter. Things come up, the things that they need to come up. And this is not a talking therapy, so there is no need for that at all. This is an entirely different work. It's a high frequency, and I'm gonna do probably tomorrow, if not day after, a live about what is actually energy mastery mentorship, because so many people is confused, and I want you to be crystal clear on that. So she comes to me to heal her energy. We're doing the work. She's going all in. And from day one, she tells me that she has a not healthy relations with many family members. What is it that I can do for her? And I sensed some controlling frequency, which is only a fear frequency based on fear. I don't want to lose you. I don't want you to hate me. I want you to see me that I'm doing everything because I love you, which is only normal and natural, right? In our behavior before we fully heal our energy. And I only advise her to do absolutely nothing. Don't go and create conversation. Do absolutely nothing. If they come to your mind, if the resentment comes to mind, pause, stop, bless them, bless yourself, forgive, release, and move on. And keep on blessing them in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, all day long, especially when they're coming into your mind. After first session, just, I don't know, day 2 or 3 after our first session, her one family member, one of her other daughters, boyfriend, husband, came up to her and said, wow, I just want to tell you, the one she wasn't talking, the one she had with, came up to her and said to her how much he appreciates her, how much he loves her, how much they appreciate everything she is and is doing, and whatever it is you are doing, please keep on doing, because it's magnificent. He had no idea she's coming and doing deep energy healing with me. On our last session, what came up is her childhood trauma, abuse, sexual abuse from her childhood that she carried within her nervous system, within her body, because that energy materializes, especially in a first center. And especially into the not feeling safe in relationships and in the world. And for everyone is a little bit different, but for her that's what it was. And we healed that in one session. Her inner child, the highest frequency of her inner child. People mistake inner child, but they're broken self. No, inner child is your highest expression. What happened to your human child is not your inner child. Your inner child is your highest joy expression. If your inner child tells you, stop and pause right now, go and rest, you don't have to shush that. You got to follow it. That's your highest guidance. So her inner child came and healed her and her whole body entirely in one go. She never experienced such an upliftment in her whole life. 50 years of carrying a heavy load on her body was lifted away. Just few days after that, the sister she never spoke to for a long time, that they were entirely done, called her herself, apologizing for whatever, for her side of the story, and asking is there chance and possibility for them to reignite their connection from a healthy, higher frequency. She never spoke to that sister. She never told her she's healing. She never reached out to her. Let's talk. Let's call. That sister called her. So she healed her family relations without trying it, by just working on her energy. And that's exactly what the one is about. My loves, tomorrow is the last live call for the one. It is a Q&A call. You're more than welcome to join if you are signing up today. You can find it, the way to sign up, in the top of my registration page, or send me a private message or comment below the one. And that will get you, I will send you a link so you can register and join us. Within the next few days, the price goes up. Right now at the moment is a ridiculous no-brainer. Sign up for just $333. The price goes up to $555 within the next few days. I will announce that also, which day exactly, but you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait. Okay, loves, I'm gonna finish with that. I wish you all the best, and I will see you soon.